Alright guys, and welcome to another video. Today having probably a little bit of a rant, no better word to describe it, of why I think the Classic Era realms and Season of Mastery realms are just a complete disaster on Blizzard's part. I just think the way that Blizzard have managed everything has been really kind of dumb and stupid. I think it was tailored to make as much profit as humanly possible, rather than doing something that the players would actually enjoy the most. The one thing I really don't understand is the transition into TBC Classic. Okay, obviously they carried over everyone into TBC, but you got to choose whether you want to stay or not. But if you wanted to play on both types of realm, you had to pay. First of all, I think you shouldn't have had to pay at all. If you wanted to play in both realms, you should have just been able to do that as standard. I mean, why not? I think what should have happened is Classic WoW should have naturally transitioned into TBC Classic, everyone and every single character without the option to go into a Classic Era realm, and with a TBC Fresh realm, but that's a topic for a different day. And then they should have released Season of Mastery for Classic WoW a couple months after TBC, or even when they actually did release it. There are some people who just genuinely massively prefer Classic WoW. This is a significant minority, but these people exist, and there's also people who just simply haven't played it yet and want to play it. I mean, who actually wanted to carry on playing on a Classic Era realm after TBC Classic was released, with less than 10 people online? Why would you want to play on a totally dead server that no one plays on, to the point where you can't even make, a raid group, barely a dungeon group? Even if you combined all of the Classic Era servers together, you wouldn't have anywhere near enough to probably even fill a guild. So obviously people really didn't want to play in Classic Era realms that much. I thoroughly believe that the whole character copy thing, it was just a trick by Blizzard into making us think that we want to pay for that character copy when in fact we really didn't. I think they just wanted to create a little bit of desperation in us, like by automatically carrying on all the characters, into TBC Classic, that you would lose your character and lose all the progress that you made, even though you wouldn't. I just simply believe it was a big trick, because there was no, cat in hell's chance that Classic Era realms were going to be really, really popular. And even if they were determined to release Classic Era realms, why not at least combine the servers together so that they actually had a healthy population for a few months, and then maybe the population would have dropped off, to a ridiculous level? Because now, at the end of SOM, the servers will just become a database dumping ground for characters. If Blizzard want to keep dumping characters from SOM realms to Classic Era realms, they need to at least make Classic Era realms somewhat interesting by giving them some kind of replayability. This could be hard mode raids, heroic dungeons, and not just bonus honor weekends, but maybe bonus experience weekends. Plus, I think all of the changes, or at least some of the changes that they make, in Season of Mastery, could be done for Classic Era. For instance, the implementation and support for the Hardcore Challenge. Because let's be honest, if SOM wasn't released and Classic Era realms were still going, the only thing keeping those realms going would be the Hardcore Challenge. Unfortunately, the Season of Mastery population drop-off has been quite severe. They really needed to implement more interesting changes to make players more interested and enticed to returning to Classic WoW. For instance, class changes. I think class changes would have been absolutely game-changing. Many servers are pretty much dead already. I've also noticed that when you look at the server list, Blizzard's are actually lying about the population of that realm, because there's no cat in hell's chance that Bone Scythe is a medium populated server. It's definitely a low populated server. These dead servers, they need to be merged with other medium populated servers. Okay, Blizzard need to fix their servers rather than giving people a paid option to transfer, because what that does is, well, it just makes the issue even worse. Again, a bonus experience weekend for SOM would be a great little thing to do to encourage players to go back and play the SOM realms. Plus, I think they should give SOM players the option to transfer the characters onto the TBC Classic realms instead of a character just being left on a dead database realm. This will make people feel like SOM is much less of a waste of time, because they could play the character in SOM, but then later play that character in Classic Wrath of the Lich King. Overall, I think if Blizzard showed a little bit more love to Classic Era and SOM, it would be way more successful and popular. There are plenty of people out there who still haven't played Classic WoW because they missed the chance when it first came around, and there's plenty of new curious players who would, could potentially give the game a go. At the end of the day, Classic WoW is probably the best MMO in existence. I mean, let's be honest. It's just a shame that Blizzard is not giving it the love it deserves. Anyway guys, I'm going to end the video there. My name is MetaGoblin. To my next video, ciao.